Hiya! Welcome to Darren in the studio. Thanks for swinging by for another video here on my YouTube channel. Again, thanks for being part of this brand new channel. And also I wanted to say a huge thank you to everybody that's watched the videos so far. I think the Alice Cooper top 10 albums that I did a couple of weeks ago is now running at 560 odd views or something like that. And at this recording we're at 69 subscribers. So if you like what you see and you'd like to subscribe, it's dead easy. All you got to do is subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, like the videos, comment on them underneath. It really helps out the channel, and it doesn't cost anything, and that's the great thing. It doesn't cost anything to do that and be part of it. So like I say, thanks for swinging by and dropping into the studio. This week, this time round, I'm going to talk about things that I've been buying recently. And what I'd like to do on the channel is do a monthly update of what I've been buying, either I'll do it at the end of the month or at the beginning of the new month as we are today. So these are March 2023 purchases. And there's more than this. These are just some things that I've managed to grapple together. But from now on, I shall be keeping things separate each month so I can talk about them with you. So let's do, so we've got some records, we've got some vinyl, we've got some CDs, and we've got a cassette that I wanted to share with you. So let's get the cassette out of the way first. This I bought online really cheaply. I thought it was going to be a lot more expensive, but it cost me next to nothing really. I think the postage was more. It's Queen live at Wembley. This came out in 1992. I've never actually seen this on cassette before. It's really rare on vinyl and worth quite a lot of money on vinyl. Double cassette. Bought this on eBay. And it's more or less brand new. It's never been played, I don't think. It doesn't look like it's ever been played. Full colour inserts and all that sort of stuff. Just like the CD is. I've got the CD here somewhere. So that's a cassette. Queen live at Wembley. I think it cost me about £4, something like that. Let's do the CDs next. And what I've done is I've put the CDs and the vinyl in alphabetical order, and if I can remember I'll tell you how much I paid for them. First up we got the Cars Greatest Hits. Nice little 13 track CD spanning the band's hit singles from the first album to the last album. This is a CD that I've always wanted. I've not got any other Cars on CD. I've got I've got a couple of albums on vinyl, but this was really great. Picked this up, I think this was 50p from a second-hand shop. The Cars Greatest Hits. Also picked this up very cheaply. This cost me, I think this was £1, something like that. Sheryl Crow, The Globe Sessions. Nice little CD, absolutely mint condition. 50p, Sheryl Crow, The Global Sessions. Next up, this was a real find. A couple of CDs that I bought at the same time. And these cost me £2.50 each from a second-hand shop. Led Zeppelin Volume 2. This is part of the remasters that came out in, I should know this, not that long ago, were they? Let's have a look. I can't say. Actually 1994 it says on here. I thought they were later than that. But yeah, Zeppelin's second album. Got this on vinyl, but again, it cost me £2.50. Absolute mint condition. Next up, same band, follow-up album, Led Zeppelin 3. Haven't got this at all on vinyl or on CD, but I have now. Again, £2.50, same place, same second-hand shop. absolute mint condition. Led Zeppelin 3. You never know what you're going to find in these shops, and that's the thing. You've always got to be open-minded and sort of take that time to have a look through all the stuff that's there. Next up, nice little album. This cost me £2. The Very Best of Prince. Nice 17-track CD. This is, I think this came out during his lifetime, but probably was the album that tied up his Warner Brothers contract. 2001 this came out. Prince, The Very Best of. Nice little compilation. Next up, really pleased to get this. Big fan of the Rolling Stones, got quite a lot of their music. This is the soundtrack to the movie Martin Scorsese's Shine a Light. Another one, £2.50. Absolute mint condition. Double album. Full sort of booklet. Really nice. Rolling Stones, Martin Scorsese's Shine a Light soundtrack. Another one from the same place. I think this was £2. Bruce Springsteen's Wrecking Ball album. This came out in 2012, I think it says, yeah. 2012. Another nice addition to my Bruce Springsteen albums. Bruce Springsteen, Wrecking Ball. Another second-hand shop purchase. Which, to be fair, I do a lot nowadays. For a few reasons. Number one, buying music is very expensive. It always has been, but it is more so nowadays. But also, like I said earlier, you know, you just don't know what you're going to find. And a lot of charity shops do have a lot of junk in there when it comes to CDs and vinyl and things like that. But if you're prepared to look and persevere, you can come up with some great things. This is probably, next we'll do the vinyl. This is probably my latest purchase, and this is an album that I've wanted for ages and ages. Being a massive Alice Cooper fan, I always wanted the $1 Billion Babies album, and I don't mean the 1973 release. I mean the album that the band put out. The remaining members of the band, of the original Alice Cooper group, got together and they put this out. Battle Axe, $1 Billion Babies. This is 1977. This is on the Polydor label. Really nice, clean, mint vinyl, this one. And like I said, it's something that I've wanted for ages. And I like buying things out in the wild. I like to find things in shops and stuff like that. And you can buy anything online nowadays, right? If you're prepared to pay the money. Nice clean vinyl, absolute mint condition, beautiful. Original inner sleeve, poly-lined. $1 Billion Babies, like I said, was the leftovers of the Alice Cooper group. That being Neil Smith, Dennis Dunaway, Michael Bruce. And of course Glenn Buxton was the other member of the original Alice Cooper group. He wasn't part of this production. You've also got Mike Marconi and Bob Dolin. The album itself, like I said, I've wanted this for ages and never really wanted to buy it online because it was always quite expensive. But I found it in a shop the other day, £28. But they had a sale on half price, so I picked this up for 14 quid. Nice little addition to the collection. $1 Billion Babies, the rest of the Alice Cooper group without Alice. Next up, an album which I've wanted. I've already got this on vinyl, but I needed another copy of it because my original copy is absolutely trashed, and I bought it secondhand years and years ago. This is Deep Purple's In Rock. This is a nice original 1971. 1970. Nice little original gatefold. Bought this from a friend of mine at work who likes to buy and sell records. Picked this up at a reasonable price. Nice clean vinyl, Deep Purple in rock, my second copy of that. Bought this next one the same time I bought the $1 Billion Babies album. Picked this up for £6. This is Living Colour's Time's Up. I've got this on cassette, but it doesn't play very well. So I've been looking for a vinyl copy of this. This is great. This has got Elvis is Dead on it. Saltless of Views on here. Good little album, this one. Living Colour. Still around. Time's Up. Good little album. Next up, a brand new release. Been looking forward to the new album from the Long Riders, one of my favourite bands. And this is their brand new album, September, November. It's just come out. It came out about 3 weeks ago. This is the first album to feature the band without their bass player Tom Stevens, who sadly passed away a couple of years ago. September, November. It's out on the Cherry Red label. We've been putting out quite a lot of Long Riders, sort of reissuing Long Riders stuff. Nice little gatefold, single vinyl album. Really great album. This, it's got some great tracks on it. Been playing songs off this on my radio show. The Long Riders, September, November. If you get a chance, check it out. Next up, a couple of albums that I bought online. And I love this guy. And I collect this guy's music. It's Jim Reeves. This is a nice little RCA reissue from 1973. All previously released material. This is an American copy. Where it's, you can see it, I don't know if you can see or not, but American viewers will know what I'm on about, where they used to just paste down, stick down the cover, would just be printed onto the actual sleeve and just pasted down on it. Like I say, this is a nice little original RCA on the green label. Look at the dust on that. This camera picks up the dust, sorry about that. Yeah, Jim Reeves. It's called Welcome to My World. It's a little bit tatty on the cover, but the vinyl's really nice. And also bought another Jim Reeves album at the same time. This is a nice little record. This is something different. Up Through the Years, this is called. This came out the year after Jim passed away in a plane crash. This came out in 1965. Again, this is all previously released material. Just a bit of a collection, really. From Mary Reeves, his widow, and Chet Atkins, who produced a lot of the original Jim Reeves albums and singles. Jim Reeves, Up Through the Years. This is an American import. This is rather interesting. I bought this because it's actually signed by Jim's widow, Mary Reeves, and Mary's been gone now for a number of years. So it's nice to have that in the collection. Jim Reeves, Up Through the Years. We'll be doing a special on Jim Reeves very soon. Next up, this cost me £10 second hand, but it's in beautiful condition. Status Quo, Blues for You. This is what, 1973-ish, something like that. I should really check first. But this is a beautiful copy. This is, it really is lovely throughout. A little bit of a sticker mark just there, but apart from that, the vinyl's absolutely mint condition, and it's an original pressing as well. So to find something of this year is insanely good. What year was it? 1976. Yeah. Nice little original inner with the lyrics and stuff like that. Like I said, I picked this up for a tenner, which I usually wouldn't pay that kind of money for a second-hand record. But beautiful condition, and nice to have a sort of original of this album. Next up, here's an album that I bought because of another YouTube channel. I watch a guy called Canadian Stud Muffin, Larry Graves, and he's a massive fan of the Sparks. And he was going on about the Sparks, and I thought to myself, you know what, I gotta pick a Sparks album up, and what would be a better way to sort of do that than to buy a best of. This is called Past Tense, the Best of the Sparks. Sort of features their, you know, covers their entire career. This came out in 2019, so it's a couple of 3 years old. The Sparks, Best of the Sparks. It's a 3 LP set. Nice sort of triple gatefolds. Nice album this. The only thing with this is, in the UK they had a massive hit with Beat the Clock, which I have on 7-inch single, which I also bought very recently. But Beat the Clock's not on here. But there's some fabulous songs on here. And this is one of those albums where you think you know the Sparks, but you don't. And it was really nice to get this. Bought this from HMV in Leicester or Derby, one of the two. The Sparks, Best Of. Here's a nice little 12-inch single. Now I've already got this, but I saw it in a second-hand record shop, and I thought I got to pick this up, and it only cost me I think it was £3. This is Rothschild. This is the Nuclear Rocket 12-inch single, purple vinyl. I've not seen it on any other coloured vinyl, to be fair. I think it only came out on purple vinyl. Nice little purple vinyl for you there. And also it's got a little, I've got this twice now, and the other has the FM Revolver label that doesn't look like that. My other one has the label on it that looks like, where's the label on here? That there. You see where it says FM Revolver just there? My other one has that on the label. So that was a nice little find as well. Nice little label variant. And plus my other copy, the sleeve is absolutely trashed. So this is great. I love this single anyway. And Rocky Shades, just here, I'm proud to say, is a very good friend of mine. Next up, an album I've seen a couple of 3 times in second-hand shops, and it's always been trashed. And I nearly bought it when it came out, and this came out in the 80s, I think. Sort of 85-ish, I think, something like that. 89 it says. And it's on the Polydor label, double album, celebrating the Marquee. Some great tracks on here, some real sort of standards: U2, Genesis, Dire Straits, Boomtown Rats, Pink Floyd, Derek and the Dominos, T-Rex, Queen, Who, Jimi Hendrix, an absolute mirage of, is it mirage or mirage of great acts on here, and it really plays beautiful. This got this from a charity shop in my hometown, and it didn't cost me much, just a few quid. And the vinyl itself, and these records is just, I don't know, let's just say mint, near mint, A1 plus, whatever the vinyl community say, but absolutely superb condition. Nice little addition to the collection. And like I said, it's got some songs on here which you forget how good some of these bands were. You know, bands like Jethro Tull, Genesis, groups like that. Nice little celebration of the Marquee. Nice little gatefold double album for, well, next to nothing. Last but not least, another album which I've already got, but I saw it in a charity shop and I just could not leave it. You know what it's like. You can't leave records in shops to sort of be lonely. You've got to take them home and give them a new home and love them. This is Alistair Cook's A Voice to Remember, EMI's history of the record, really, and recorded sound. This is a double album collection from 1898 to 1973, celebrating 75 years of EMI records. And basically it takes you through, I don't know if you could pause the video and read that, it takes you through the very earliest recordings right up to the modern day recordings as was in 1975, featuring people, sorry, 1973, featuring people like Pink Floyd and stuff like that. And it also comes, like I said, it's a double vinyl album, but it also comes with this fantastic booklet. Like I said, I've already got this box set, but I just couldn't leave it in the shop. And the book Takes you through some great photographs of like modern old style recording studios. You see there with the horn. If you ever see this in a shop, check it out because it's great. All the early sort of stuff, taking you right up to Deep Purple, recording with the orchestra. This is really great, and it sort of tells you the history on the records, and also gives you the history here in this book of recorded sound. And not only that, it's narrated by one of my favourite broadcasters, Alistair Cook. No doubt we'll probably do a special video on Alistair Cook and the records and recordings that I have of his. So, A Voice to Remember, the sounds of 75 years on EMI Records, 1898 to 1973, recorded by Alistair Cook. That's it for now. I shall ensure, I promise, I shall ensure that I put all my purchases from now on to one side, and we'll talk about them towards the end of April or the beginning of May, something like that. But we'll do a regular update of what I've been buying, all right? Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Do leave your messages at the bottom, because I promise I do read all of them, and I love reading what you guys have got to say. Thanks for swinging by to the studio, and hopefully we'll see you again for another video very, very soon. See you soon. Ta-da.